Listen, how about I didn't know it was Tuesday already? How about that? How about the good thing is you get a refresher. I don't know which one of y'all said that, but I love it. You get a refresher before we watch the foolishness this evening. What's up? How you doing, Ray of Sunshines? I am your girl, Talisa Ray, wife style coach. We are reviewing Put a Ring on It, season number 2, episode number 7. And it's a whole lot of mess. We saw a little bit of the mess. It's a whole lot of mess. It's a lot more mess than we would have thought. Honey, baby, let me tell you, it's a no. It's a no for me on a lot of things. But let's go. We open up the episode and Sean is like, yes, I want to go out with Tyree again. You know, he's trying to show some trust in himself and saying that he could be around a beautiful woman and not want to go to the next step. He shares that, you know what, I'm going to take the expectations off of her and off myself. So that there isn't any. Let me share something with y'all that I've shared with you before. There is always an expectation. What do you want out of this? What are you trying to learn? Are you trying to grow and evolve? Are you testing? There's always an expectation. And for him, his expectation of it is to come out not lusting after a woman other than LaRonda. Let's keep it a band. So just so we clear, when people be hollering, I don't want no expectations, ain't no expectations, there should always be some expectation, even if it's not the norm. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's not what people would normally say is an expectation, like you're dating someone and the expectation is to be in a relationship, right? And so people be hollering, well, I'm not having no expectations, I want to go with the flow. Well, what does the flow look like? You do have an expectation. I expect things to be easy, to be able to have a conversation. These are the things that we expect. Like, I don't know if I'm talking out the side of my neck. Y'all know where to tell me down below in the comments, because y'all do be trying to get me together all the time. But you know what? I'm here for it. I can handle it and respond. So it looks like everyone is going up on a follow-up date except for Alexia. Her task this week is to work on herself, on loving herself, and seeing what it is that she likes and what she's about. I really hope that Dr. Nicole gave her more directive than to just work on yourself, because we see you fit already. That's not an issue, right? We need you now to value yourself, to see yourself as your higher power sees you, in excellence. Then you have Darian, who is supposed to go talk to Kai, okay? And that's really what we want to get to, but I'm going to talk about the whole episode. He got to go talk to Kai, but everybody else is going on the second date. Dr. Nicole tells everybody, examine what your vision of marriage is. I say this all the time. I think I said it a couple episodes ago. I know I said it last year. I know I say it in Married at First Sight. The fact of the matter is, there is something beyond the wedding day. What are you expecting from it? What does it look like to you? How is it supposed to feel? And have a conversation about that, because the two of you may not be aligned in your thinking when it comes to marriage. So it looks like Sean in the car, Sean and LaRonda, and Sean admits that he has never not been attracted to other women. He's always been for the streets. Always. And this is the first time, and it looks like LaRonda is like recognizing that he doesn't know how to manage himself in the company of other women. You can think women are gorgeous, and we're not talking one-on-one, right? One-on-one could be a little hard, the connection, especially if you're coming off of what he's coming off of, wanting everything walking. But like in a social setting, at a bar, any place where there is more than one person, you should be able to admire the beauty of a woman and manage how you feel. Like, I know I have this woman that I want to be with. This woman is beautiful. I can actually have a conversation, buy her a drink, and walk away. That is what we call self-control. Okay? I mean, ain't nothing wrong with looking, but the self-control if you want to be in that monogamous one-to-one relationship, you're going to have to work on managing yourself and how you react to women that are beautiful, Sean. It's just what it is. So then we see Eric and Jessica, and Leilani is coming for his date. And what we know is that Jessica is tit for tat, but so is Eric. Okay, I really think it was just a little too much. Your insecurities start speaking loud. You know, she's like, I never grilled his people before, but when she sees Leilani, she realizes that this woman is gorgeous. He's already indicated that she's very, 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 very pretty, so he's attracted to her. He also said that things were touchy-feely, so she's in her feelings. Rightfully so. I mean, jealousy is an emotion that we all have, but need to know how to manage it, how to work through it, because jealousy will get you hurt, child. I also wanted to make another comment that I noticed about Jess. She always tends to make things like he doesn't want to be around her. You know, oh, you're trying to get away from me? Oh, you don't want to be around me? Oh, you know, it's always, you don't want to spend, like she's always kind of being the victim when that's not necessary, right? Like you're not a victim. And you don't have to be with this man if he does not make you happy, which to me feels like he does not make you happy. So then you see when Leilani comes to the door, they hugging and smiling and kissing. You are so beautiful, like they good old friends. Listen, all that fakeness, you ain't got to do that. You can be like, I don't know you to be hugging you. You know, I feel like hugs are a transfer of energy, right? And if I know you and I rock with you, I want to hug you. If I don't, you know, I might not even fist bump you. I might be like, hi, how you doing? Oh, you look nice. But that's it. I'm not going to hug you and kiss you on the cheek like I've been knowing you and hanging out with you for forever. But I can see the two of them actually having a friendship if it were not for Eric. And he just really needs to own going bald. Cut it off. Like I'm trying to own showing my face. Like I've cut my hair before, but I have lately been less confident because, I don't know, it wasn't intentional that I cut my hair. But I'm feeling better about it. Like, I'm all like, okay, you the shit. Like, what you doing? That's how I feel Eric needs to just come on in. Come on in and accept the fact that she loves you. This woman loves you. Okay? Stay with this woman if you want to be with her. Anyway, and cut that hair off. So now we go over to Darian and Alexia. And what Darian says is that he's confident in his relationship with Alexia. You know what I wrote down before we got any further was that they're having more intimate moments. Cuddling, kissing, connecting sexually. Goodness and mercy is happening. He's remembering, you know, how good it is to him. That is the connection that he misses. That is why he kind of steps out, I feel like. Because you hear him say it. You heard him say it when they were arguing that time. I want us to have more, you show PDA, but I want us to be more intimate in the house. And she was like, this is why. You remember? A couple episodes back. You remember? It might have been like 5. Anyway, so Alexia brings up, hey, Dr. Nicole gave us this assignment. What is your definition of marriage? And he wants to make sure that it stays fun, and he wants to cuddle, and he wants sex. He also feels like a baby in the house is going to make it more exciting. Like he wants a baby now because it's going to bring some spice. How many of y'all got kids? Let me know down below in the comments. Just raise your hand if you got any kids. And then the second part of that, how much spice and excitement did it bring to your marriage or your relationship? Let me know down below in the comments, because I'm going to just tell you, baby, let me tell you over and over again that adding a baby to a dynamic of a relationship that is not steady, of a relationship that is great, causes a little bit of wedge, because the woman spends more time catering to the child, the new baby, the newborn, versus her spouse. And so sometimes, you know, men can feel neglected. Alexia says to her family matters and that she needs communication and support from him like a best friend. Like, it is nothing better to have someone that you can relate to, that is supportive, that is a conversationalist, that it's not going, like I always tell you, it's not going to be always peaches and cream, but it's definitely better if you have a healthy, open line of communication and understanding with one another. What is it? Commitment, communication, and compromise. Those three things are going to take you a long way, because in communication, there's clarity. In commitment, there's consideration. Like those C's, think about them. They're for you, okay? They talk about their examples of marriage, and what Alexia found out was that Darian doesn't have healthy experiences with marriage. He has never seen one, not with his grandmother and grandfather, not with his uncles. He's only seen chaos and toxicity. It's not a good look. Where she's had great examples. Her mother and father is a great example of a healthy relationship. Sure, it's had its ups and downs, but she sees how it could work. And so now she understands why he may have such a negative view for marriage or on marriage. So we see Dr. Nicole, and she goes and visits Miss Jessica while Eric is out on his date. And Jessica's like, listen, I want to talk about the whole hot seat, about the questions, the interrogations. She said that it's a lot about his choice of words. So is he mentally abusive? Is he mentally abusive? That's just as bad as physical, because it scars you. And then just the barrage of questions. And then Dr. Nicole asked, do you speak up? Do you say anything? And she said, no, she doesn't. And that's rooted in childhood trauma. Well, the first thing is recognition. So I'm glad that she understands that she needs to work on her trauma. She trauma bonds with the few friends that she has. Because growing up, she was picked on because of the way she looked and her hair. It was different. I mean, I used to be called Big Bird Child because I was taller than most of the people at the school. They used to call me Big Bird. Oh, and Monster. And I was like, how? Where? Now I say that then it was very, very, very much so traumatic, especially when the boy you like is calling you these names. Like, what? Anna? I wasn't fast either. So my mama made sure I looked like a young lady my entire life. Even now, if I come and I look a little on borderline hoochie to her, she'd be like, oh, what you got on? Clothes that I like. I want it to be a hoochie. I want it to be ratchet today, ma. Thanks. Like, even still. What she shares is that she wants to be trusted. She wants to be understood. And she wants to be loved unconditionally. Do y'all believe in unconditional love? Let me know down below in the comments. Only love that's unconditional for me, I would think, is that of God, that of my source. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it. That's the only person gonna take me as I am. Everybody has conditions. Everybody has conditions. Now, if you're thinking unconditional love is that you're gonna work through it, okay. But please, please don't go into something thinking that someone loves you unconditionally. There are always terms and conditions to love. That's why people break up. That's why there's a high divorce rate, because there's a condition. My condition is you don't cheat on me. It's not unconditional love. That's a condition. Unconditional would be you stay with me. My condition would be, you know, you don't stay out all night and gamble up all our money. I'm just throwing these out. My conditions look a little different, but that's one thing that I'm all like, listen, but I don't have to share finances with nobody, so that's what's up. But that's the thing. That's a condition. You are putting us in the hole. You are making us financially unstable. I gotta go. Think about that in your marriage right now. And if you do believe in unconditional love, don't shoot me. I just think that all loves come with conditions. The end. And you know how I know is because people go into relationships saying, I want X, Y, and Z. So if they don't meet X, Y, and Z, what is that? It is a condition that has been broken of a contractual agreement that 9 times out of 10 the other person has no clue about. I'm really dropping some gems on y'all today. Y'all better pick them up, pick them up, pick them up. Okay. Dr. Nicole said the same thing I said. Was it last week? Was it 2 weeks ago? I don't know. Probably last week, because these couple weeks I've been doing doubles. But what did she say? You guys mirror each other's energy, that negative energy. So if you want something different, you need to mirror what it is that you want. You need to exhibit what you want, and he will mirror it, and vice versa. I told y'all that. Like, you want kindness, you show kindness. You want someone to be vulnerable, you open up and you be vulnerable with them. Make it a safe place, because it indicates, me opening up indicates what? I'm a safe place, and I trust you, and I want to share these thoughts and feelings with you. You want someone to love you? Give love. Be open to receive and to give love. That's an affirmation. I am open to give and receive love. A lot of times we say we're open to receive love, but we got to give it back, baby. So I say give it and receive. So give first. Be reminded of that. And before you give it to anybody else, love on yourself. Give it to you. Love thyself, honey. Love thyself. So we see Sean and we see Tari, and they're dating, and he's trying to enjoy himself in a woman's company without, let's take it to the next step. Let's go bump and grind. Okay. Let's go get married, without it going into that. But he asked her a question. He asked her, why did you want to be a part of this experience? And she said nothing but the truth. I wanted to try this out because I'm tired of meeting men who pretend they're single but have a whole ass girl, wife, boo on the side. I mean, in their house, and now I'm the chick on the side. Sure, you got a chick. I know you got a chick on the side, and I'm her. Like, I understand where she's coming from. Wanting to be in something where there is transparency and honesty. There's no secrets. And then boom, somebody knocking on your door, calling your phone, talking about, hello, Barbara, this is Shirley. No, I don't want to be Barbara or Shirley. No, ma'am. No, sir. No, thank you. I really feel like her sharing that with him, because he said, I was that guy. I think that kind of helped him just a little bit. There was something in the back of his mind and his eyes that twitched, that said to me that a light bulb just went on. How does the woman feel about this? Right? Because 7 times out of 10, the woman that is the one on the side has no clue that she's the one on the side until the shit hits the fan and is all over the place. So then we see Eric and Leilani on their wine date. Super cute date. She's still very touchy-feely. He's very much attracted to her. What we find out is that he's comfortable with her, that she communicates, that she listens. Does she listen differently than Jessica? Because Jessica says she listens wholeheartedly. But I would imagine so if someone is talking at you instead of to you, that you aren't listening. Something he may consider, that he may need to work on. That sounds better. Consider working on. That's what I was going to say. Leilani shares with us in her confessional that Eric says that he wants to experience other things before he gets married. So then why string this woman along as if you are going to commit to her in the manner that she desires? Jessica's a catch. She's attractive. She's got body for the gods. Like, you think somebody else won't scoop her up? Homeboy, the athlete, the professional athlete is waiting for you to mess up, okay? To throw her to the gutter. I'm going to just keep it a band. I wrote down his love language is definitely physical touch. Secondly, words of affirmation, but physically touch, because he's touchy, does a lot of flirting, like it's high up on his list. Then you see Dr. Nicole, and she goes and she meets the fellas. What Sean says that he learned is that his relationship has been a guy's, that they have not been delving into real issues, that is actually toxic as fuck. It is unhealthy. I wasn't gonna curse because people be complaining, but I curse, and it feels more comfortable for me when I want to express myself with expletives, okay? He said that he's very sensitive and emotional, and LaRonda says that it sucks the life out of her because he is so emotional and so sensitive. Now, we want a man to be vulnerable. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, I do. I want them to be vulnerable and sensitive and open up to me. But I could see where Sean is a bit much. Like, it would be like, sir, go cry and come back. Go cry and come back. Sort your feelings out and then talk to me. Because it's a lot. And if you're an empath, you're taking that on. And I would take that on. And we would both be crying and sensitive and carrying on. That'd be too much for my soul. Now, Dr. Nicole shares that in our community, when I say our, I mean the Black community, that men crying equates to, or feeling their feelings equates to weak. And that's what we teach our young men at an early age. I couldn't agree with her more. I couldn't agree with her more. I like a man that can be vulnerable and open, but manage your emotions. Because Sean does not manage his emotions. I teach both of my boys that it is okay to communicate how you feel. It is your feelings. But you need to make sure you understand them when you communicate them, because all you're gonna do is talk in circles because you don't understand them yourself. So process how you feel and then articulate it in a way that people can understand. Because I'm sure you can't. This is why it's a problem for LaRonda, because of so much emotion. I mean, remember he was throwing up in the bathroom when she went on that date. That's a lot. I mean, I value people though that know how to express themselves. It sounds like I'm double-minded, but I'm not. I value people who know how to articulate how they feel. And I think that the trouble with Eric is that, not Eric, wrong boy. Sean, wrong man. Sean is that he does not know how to articulate how he feels to his woman. Darian then shares with us that Alexia told him like it is. It's an ultimatum. We don't get engaged by the end of this, then I'm out of here. And he feels like it shouldn't be all or nothing. Dr. Nicole is like, sir, 14 years on and off, she has a right to decide that she no longer wants to be with you. He feels like they should, if he doesn't give her a ring, that they should just continue to grow and learn one another. Now, I feel like they need real therapy individually. I feel like they should not go forward. They should not be together. He doesn't want to be married. She wants to be married because she feels embarrassed. I've been with this man on and off for 14 years. He done had 3 kids on me, and I'm still here and still no ring. I'ma go. I want her to stick with that and put her foot down. Okay? Dr. Nicole shares with him, you need to make a decision. The decision is up to you. You need to decide if you're going to shit or get off the pot. That's what she said. She said, are you going to be on a treadmill and go merry-go-round? But I said, are you going to shit or get off the pot? Either or. Don't continue the cycle of being in a relationship that you do not want. If this isn't the relationship, move on. You know, and it's unfair to her to hold her there because she's familiar. Like, people hold on to stuff because it's familiar, not because they love them or they really want to be in that relationship. It's because it's familiar. It's a familiar feeling, and I know what to expect when I deal with her. Dr. Nicole says, listen, marriage is not for everybody. It is not for everybody. If you want to be in it, then it can work. But if you're being forced to do it, if things don't seem right before you say I do, then it's probably going to be a little tumultuous. You want to work on it before. If you feel in your spirit like, okay, I said yes because I love them, but there's some things that I don't want. This is experience talking. There's some things that I feel like we need to work on before extend the marriage, in the engagement. There's no rush to get married, especially when there's a problem in the relationship. I'm jumping off. I'm jumping ship. The condo. You know he don't want to get rid of his condo. He ain't going to get rid of his condo. He just saying that right now for our sake. But here's what we wanted. Here's what we waited for. They gave it to us at the end because they knew we would stay to watch the closure conversation between Darian and Kai. Kai walks up like a woman scorned, okay? First off, let me not. I'm going to keep that to myself. Y'all can mental telepathy feel what I say. Because it's a no. Anyway, she walks in, sasses herself in, honey, got an attitude. We can feel it through the TV. It is filling the air. And sits down and she says, oh, so now you want to have a conversation. You ghosted me for 10 days. You ain't said nothing for 10 days. She was ready for the battle that she was about to go up against right here. She had already made up her mind that she was going to read him, okay? And did she ever? Oh, child. Listen. He shared with Kai that he wanted to see her face to face. So the conversation that they needed to have could not be had over the phone or via text message. She's all like, you couldn't call me? You couldn't say anything? Like, he was like, I was busy with my girl, working on things with my girl. Like, with no communication, right? She knew what she signed up for with this. So he could have been like, you know what? I'm going to take a pause for a minute. Alexia and I are working on X, Y, and Z. Things are going well. We're having great chemistry, and I just want to see where this goes. He could have said anything. I'll catch you in a couple days. I'm spending time with her, anything. Because ghosting you is not what you want. We having good conversations, and then boom, you gone. You ain't said nothing. Got you thinking, did I do something? What did I do wrong? But I would hope that she didn't think that because she knew what she signed up for. Nevertheless, he shared with her that it has been peaceful since he told Alexia that he was no longer going to date Kai. Kai goes on to explain, goes on to say like, oh, okay, so you making a decision based on 2 weeks and you don't really want to be there. Like, like she really shares with him like this some BS the way you are going about this. I wrote down there is something about her that does not sit well with me. I don't know what it is, but it is something about her energy that does not sit well with me. What we all saw in her was what we all saw in her. She said to him, am I supposed to just take one for the team? I'm just supposed to be okay with you saying peace, deuces? Furthermore, we see her in her confessional saying that he needs to be accountable for his feelings, how he feels, his actions. He needs to man up, which is what Dr. Nicole had just talked about. No woman should ever be telling you like that's a red flag to man up. What does man up mean? Y'all let me know your definition of man up. Have you ever told a man, man up? I've never said man up. But I have said be accountable for who you are. Show up. Show up. Show up. You want to be here. This is the relationship you want to be in. Then show up like that. Show up like my husband. Show up like my man. Show up. That's not me telling you to man up, but it is asking that you take accountability and show up in this relationship. Right? I don't want to downplay someone's manhood by telling them to man up. But that's me. Let me know down below in the comments if you've ever said man up. Man up. We come back from the confessional and she says, did you tell her about the time we spent together? So, right there it was kind of vague. I was like, oh, that could be anything. Hanging out outside of, the dates that were arranged. You know what I'm saying? He says he waited because he wasn't in this place that he was before, in this relationship place. Like he's in a good place and he wasn't there, so he waited. Then she hit him with, were you worried that she would find out about us? He should have been nervous. She was like, you weren't worried about her when you slept with me, when you got all this goodness and mercy, when I put this good gushy on you. Child, that's the energy she gave me, honey, when she was coming for him. She was like, you will not dismiss me and think I'm going to be quiet about it. They may have had a whole conversation about it. Like, we're not going to talk about it. I don't really want to be with Alexia when this is over. You and me, we could be dating. So Alexia was right. You was up in the condo getting it on. You know what I'm saying? You was getting some head, okay? A woman scored is not a woman to be played with, okay? Were you caught up in the fact that we had great sex? Listen, the way she was acting while they were dating showed that they had some kind of connection. We didn't get to see a lot, but we saw enough. The handheld, she held my hand. And what it appeared to Darian is that she was going to go along with being the other woman, being Barbara. The clothes on his back, I buy. You know what I'm saying? Like, woman to woman, if you've ever been in love, then you know how I feel. Like, we knew it was coming, but just the energy surrounding the entire conversation was enough to send me, child. I was like, she wasn't playing. Here's the thing. I feel like the producers knew already, you know, because we get snippets. So what we don't see, they see. The touching, the rubbing of the thigh, the hand on the small of the back, the sniffing in the neck, the intimate kisses. They see things that we don't see. So, and I don't feel like that was a replay. Like, even if they're actors, even if it's staged, which I really feel like Alexia and Darian may not be, but even if the energy behind it was a lot. And I'm hoping, because the snippets that we see for tonight's episode, I'm hoping that she does not fall for the okie doke of the apology. I found out my man just slept with another woman. If you are in a monogamous one-on-one relationship, that is not something that you want to hear. You're not, you know, did not have a conversation where you can love more than one person. You are expecting a one-to-one relationship, monogamous, monogamy, and that's not what she was given. Hello, y'all let me know down below in the comments what you think. Do you think Alexia is gonna go back with him? I hope not. I hope she's strong and stands her ground. I hope, and pray that we see the finale and they ain't together. Then we see the reunion and they still ain't together. They do have a reunion, don't they? Because I didn't finish it last season. I am your girl, Talisa Ray. Thank you so much for watching my review of Put a Ring on It, Season 3, Episode number 7. If this is your first time visiting my channel, definitely click that subscribe button and become a ray of sunshine. Next to that notification, next to the subscribe button is the notification bell. Click it too so you're alerted of when I upload videos, because we are back in full effect with Married at First Sight. Since this is coming to an end, we need something else, because I don't want it to be the end, right? I don't want to be singing "This is the end." I don't want to. Come watch my Married at First Sight reviews. Give this video a thumbs up because you like me. That'll make me know that it's real. Share it with your friends, because Kai was a mess and I got questions. Have you ever been Kai? Have you been on the other side of that? Have you been Alexia? Let me know. Let me know. You know, I'm a little nosy. You know, I'm a little nosy. I love you in real life and want every good thing that God has in store for you, even if you don't know what that is for yourself. But like Alexia, you should be trying to figure it out. Hugs and kisses and lots of love. I will catch you on the next review.